Okay, I'm starting on a new project. This is for a holder for my tarot cards. Right now they're just all stacked up and unorganized, and I want something that I can see what they are and everything and get them organized. So I got a bunch of these little craft boxes and one big one because I have some larger size tarot decks and stuff that would probably about fit down in there, I think. And I'm gonna stain them with red dye. I heard about this online. You can stain wood with red dye, and it makes sense. So I chose wine, and I thought, that might be an interesting color to use. And I'm gonna dye each of these boxes, or stain them in a wine color. What I have is I got a little bit of water down in there. You can see it ain't a whole lot. And to that I added a little salt. I'd say there's probably about a cup and a half, a little over a cup of water, and I coated the bottom of this with salt and then poured my hot water over it, and it's probably cooling off by now, but that's okay. And I wanted the salt to mix in good because salt helps set your dye in better. So I got my paintbrush and got my stuff all set up. Let me set up the camera so you can kind of see what's going on. Okay, this ought to show you enough of what I'm doing. I'm going to take my bottle of dye, unseal it here. I always got one of those little child-proof caps. Oh, that came off pretty easy. I covered my table here in a garbage bag to keep it from staining by accident. Now I'm going to mix in, I don't know, some of this color. I mixed in a good bit. And that's what I got now. You wouldn't know it, but it's a deep, deep red. Now I'm trying this out. Don't know how it's going to end up. And I want to do this before I get started putting the boxes together, because the last time I made one, if the glue squeezed out anywhere, it wouldn't dye or stain right. So I'm going to try this and do it first and then stain it again when I'm done. Oh, and this will take quite a bit of staining, I think. And that's the color it is right now. So yeah, I'm going to do quite a few coats on this. Yeah, I wanted the red, but I wanted to get the wood grain in it too. These little crafting crates. A little hard to get this dye. Well, I can only find them at Dollar Tree for ones this size. They're the only ones I could find. And it's exactly what I was wanting. I'd used them before. And that's where I got them before. And funny story. True story. I ordered these last month through Dollar Tree online. And when it finally arrived, it was a box of signs for like in your yard, saying like my garden and stuff, and just, I mean, they didn't look bad, but I mean, I had like 18 of them, I think, in that box. Who needs 18 of those signs? Really? So I called and reported it because it was all wrong. My order was completely wrong, and besides, what they gave me was worth more than what I paid for these boxes. Surprisingly enough, so I took them to the local Dollar Tree store to get my refund, because that's what they said to do, and went there, and the manager didn't want to bother even, because I was supposed to go back to the company and contact them and say, okay, it's been turned in here, and then they had to do something at the store, and the manager didn't want to go through with that, and he saw what it was that they did send. And you know, we'd been honest. We told him it's worth more than what we paid for it. So he cashed us out at the cash register for the full price of those, which was like $60 or so. And he credited us with that much money. So I went looking into the store, and they had these boxes there. I thought they were only online. You could get them. It's a brand new store. We haven't had a Dollar Tree here down in Fairmont yet, although I heard there's one out by the old mall. But anyway, I haven't been to it yet. And this store was brand new, and that manager did that, and it was so nice of him. But we ended up spending the money right back at the store. The same difference. So they got the money anyway, but I was able to find these boxes then there at the store like I needed. So I went ahead and got them there, and here we are. For projects coming up that I had planned. Never did get that one project done that I was wanting to, with the shelf unit. It's going to be really hard to draw out and cut out and everything. So, and then I got sick, so that project kind of went on the back burner for now. I wanted to do something that was a lot faster and a lot easier, because I had been sick for, well, since beginning of February until the end of May, or it's not even the end of May now, what am I saying? Till the end of April, I was sick, and it wasn't until the beginning of this month that I just started feeling better. I wasn't able to eat or anything and hold it down. I was a mess. And they did a scope on me and determined my problem was my stomach was littered with these tiny ulcers. And I don't know where they came from, but that's why I wasn't able to hold anything down. They gave me Prilosec to take, and I've been on that, and it's like night and day. I'm up eating and doing much better now. That's why I haven't really put out any videos recently, because I've been preoccupado. Oh, I thought I'd gotten the price tags off, but that's one I missed. Okay. Apparently, companies have got hold of Albert's phone number, and now he's getting all sorts of constant calls and things harassing him for stuff he's never ordered or anything. And it's like the phone is non-stop ringing, and you just can't get these people to stop. And now they're like operated by a machine, and you can't even interrupt or anything. I mean, you can't do anything anymore. You can't insult them or yell at them or anything. Say, leave me alone. I'm just getting places in the handles that I didn't get before. Anyway, you get the idea. I won't make you sit and watch this whole thing, because I have a lot more of these to use. But yeah, these little crates are really cool to have, and I'll show you more after I get more stained. Okay, I got tired of painting. I did 7 of them, I believe. I still have 3 to go, but I decided to skip ahead to this big one and start staining it and see what it looks like. They look like cedar right now, but I'm going to give them another coat or 2, so they might change, hopefully get darker. But here we go. And this is the color I ended up with after 1 coat. That wood is darker, or it took the stain darker. You can see it from that side. Anyway, I'm going to put a second stain coat on them, or dye, I should say. It just seems like you stain wood, you dye clothes. I don't know. But anyway, I'm just going to add the rest of the bottle, probably. Yeah, to what I already have, which is water, salt, and dye mix. And there isn't much of that left. You can just see there's just a little bit in the bottom. So I'm just going to dump in the rest of the bottle and try to give everything another coat of that and see what I get. Okay, I got coat number 2 done, and I might need a coat 3. I'll glue them together first, and then at last I'll finally do a 3rd coat. So that way if I get any glue on it and it doesn't want to stick, well, at least I have a couple coats underneath it already. And there's midnight. Anyway, I was out here painting and jamming, but coat 2 done. Oh, Laura Branigan. No, that don't sound like Laura. There she is. Anyway, jamming, staining, or dyeing. I'm dying out here. I think that looks pretty good for a wine collar. I'm happy with it. But it is lightening up on those boxes, which were lighter when I got them. This was a little bit darker, so I might do another coat on them, but I'm happy with it. Yay. You're not the only one. Day 2. I still have the insides of these to do yet. But it's supposed to rain today, so I'm hoping to get a few done at least. Yesterday I just wrapped my dye up in some plastic wrap. Oh, and it's sticking. It's got some gummy on there from where the label was, and it's sticking a little bit. Today, I'm thinking about just not adding any more water to this, just dumping the rest of the dye in, or as much as I need. And anyway, I'm going to get started on it. Still have this one to do also, the sides, inner sides, except that one. And then after I put it together, then I'm gonna re-stain it one more time. Luckily I have another bottle of that stain, so I should be good to go. Let me get busy on it. Okay, got them all stained already. My next step is to get it put together, and I need clamps for that, and Albert has them put away somewhere, and he's got to find them. So I'm kind of stuck for now until that happens. But yeah, I was out of my dye pretty much. There's just a little bit in the bottom, and I thought I'm not going to fill that up again because, you know, I'll probably need it later, and I don't need it now. I think these are done good enough. One thing I don't like is if you look in the bottom of this, see the white lines around the bottom? It's not because I didn't hit that with a paintbrush, because I hit it good. I hit them all really good. It just is like little glue stains or something that it won't hold the stain for some reason. And they all have it to some degree or less, but I'm not going to hold it against them. You know, these are cool little craft things to use, and they're multi-purpose, definitely. And just, you know, it's like it's the second one I'll be making. But, you know, like I said before, with just a big one and these small ones attached. I'm going to lay it on its side and put these all around it. And then I'll stain it one last time. So, there we are for now. Okay, here's what I have in here. I had to come inside. It's raining now. These have had, about 6 hours to dry. So they're fairly dry. A little damp still, but just slightly. And I figure it might help the glue hold better if it was a little wet to begin with. I got a little small cheap bottle of wood glue from Dollar Tree, $1.25. I'm going to add water to that and brush it on to hopefully make it go further. If I have to, I'll go back and get another bottle. We'll see. So let me get my paintbrush out of the dye and rinse it off, and I'm going to use that to spread the glue on. Okay, got my paintbrush. Got a little bit of glue in the bottom, and as you can see, it barely covers the bottom of this. You can see it really isn't nothing in there, but I'm going to add a little water to it. I don't really need a lot for what I'm doing. I'll just need to do 3 sides at a time, and just keep adding on from there. But for right now, I just need a little bit of glue. Okay, I glued the one side to the big one and clamped it. So it's nice and secure right now, and I'm going to do the 2 up here next. No particular reason, just because that's how it works out best with my clamps. This is what I did yesterday. It's a finished product. I've got to take the clamps off. Now this time I'm only going to be able to put on 2. So I figured I'd put one down here and then another one, glue it on top of this.
Well, if there's light and stuff, we'll need something more like this.
I know this is a slow process, but yeah, little by little these have to be glued on, and unless you have a lot of clamps, it's going to take a little while. The more boxes you use, the longer it's going to take. So I'm going to get the glue in here, and I'll show you the next step. Okay, here we have it all clamped up. 2 more added to it, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to go. Okay, another day, another $1. This isn't on here yet. The rest of them are. So I was looking to put this on today, and I can only use 2 of my clamps out of the 3, because every piece I put on from now on is gonna need to be glued on 2 sides. So 1 clamp isn't gonna help. Or 1 left over is not gonna help. But anyway, day 3 or 4, I'm losing count. Who knows, maybe it's been a week, a month. Okay, on to a secondary project. I picked this gnome up at a flea market the other day, and he's a blank canvas. He's plastic, not real cement. He looks it, but he's not. He is weighted, so it's not light. It's got sand in it or something to make it heavier. But yeah, he's like a blank canvas, and I want to paint him up. Albert's afraid I'll paint him up, then it'll look cheap. I hope it don't look like a floozy when I'm done with him. Let's find out. Okay, as you can see, his hat turned out a little bit more mauve than red, like I had intended. So I'm going to try it again and see if I can't get some brighter colors added to it. I mixed up some red there. It's a darker red I'm going to use for the creases and stuff, like there. Then I'm gonna come back and use red, which is lighter than that. I'm gonna use it to highlight the high parts of the hat. So, let me get started. Today, I didn't tape yesterday, but yesterday I cut up these sticks and stained them. Now today, I'm going to be fastening them down. I think this was the side I planned on using. I don't have my glue container mixed up with water, so I'm just going to put on some whole wood glue, unwatered down. I should be specific. And now let me see. And that one will go back there. Anyway, let me get this. Let me get this glued on. And then I'll clamp them. Okay. That feels like it's on right. I get to use this clamp. Okay, got those two clamped on. I needed to do that because my boxes, because of this box not being the same proportion as these and everything, it was going to be off. Now I can put another box up on there and it'll come just about level with those other, with these in the middle. But I got one more to do over here, and that's all I can do for today, because I've got to let these dry. It's a short day, what can I say? But I'm going to go back to painting my gnome, and I got a lot of painting done on that. Anyway, I'll show you that whenever I come back. Okay, finally got my gnome painted. Albert liked his boots being a little rough like that. It makes them look kind of worn and dirty. But there he is. Got to cover him with a clear coat now. But, yep, there's the gnome all painted. I blushed his cheeks and his nose just a little. Okay, excuse me. Sorry for the noise. The last few days have been rainy, so I haven't gotten out much, but I did continue gluing. I've got it all done, but 2 pieces right here, and I might try to get those in today if I can. So let me get to gluing and clamping, hopefully one last time. Okay, now I got it all clamped together, let it dry a day, and I can continue on then with this project. Now we're coming down the home stretch. I just got to take off the clamps, and I'm gonna paint it, stain it, dye it, whatever you want to call it, one last time. Okay, got several more coats on this, and sorry it's in the shadow, but I'm happy with it. It's looking pretty good. I gotta cover it with a clear coat now, and then I'll be able to finish it up. My final little addition to it. You'll see what that is. And my gnome, I covered him with a waterproofing to keep him from chipping and stuff. Sorry, you can't see him very well, the lighting. Okay, that helped a little. Okay. And there's Callie. She's a hot puppy. She's a hot puppy. Just lounging in the sun. Well, in the shade. Lounging. She's a lounge lizard. Picture. Look up here. Kelly. Up here.